So you think this will affect his
Next
game?
question. Greg rigged up a bicycle, a raft, and a buggy. It is National Signing Day, and we were busy across the Suncoast.
Think it'll affect the other
Next
game?
question. For these two self-described former couple of idiots, he's my #1 artist. I jam him in the car on the way to work. A fun day and a release for the kids. They get to surf out there. It's first foray into the world of sports, not by a long shot. To the Suncoast Superboat Grand Prix live exclusive coverage.
They have it in the locker
Next
room?
question, Lauren. Next question. How good is that? That guy's so funny.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Well, the Rays have a Cy Young Award winner who hangs out with famous rappers, an all-star third baseman who just had a baby with a Playboy model, and arguably the best closer in all of baseball. But the guy who's been getting the most attention this spring is a 32-year-old journeyman pitcher without a single inning of major league experience. I spent some time with Juan Sandoval in Port Charlotte. He doesn't like to talk about the incident, and you can understand. Sandoval was outside an upscale restaurant in his home country, the Dominican Republic, when a patron's altercation with a bouncer resulted in a shotgun blast. The father of twin boys was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's now permanently blinded in his right eye. But the injury didn't end his career. In fact, it went the other way. After bouncing around the Mexican and Dominican leagues, Rays pitcher Joel Peralta from the same hometown saw Sandoval working his 94-mile-per-hour fastball and exceptional sinker. Peralta personally called Rays GM Andrew Friedman, who gave Sandoval a contract and a spot in Major League Spring Training Camp, sight unseen.
Being able to play baseball and you know, be the person that he is after what happened is something, I mean, really something that you have to admire, something really big. It's got to be really hard, you know, to be that person, and he takes it like, you know, nothing happened to him.
The people that knows and giving me, you know, like palm in my bag saying we're rooting for me or good luck or they hope I made it. I don't know, really good things around.
And Sandoval has proven himself. He's looked sharp in camp and had flashes of major league quality play in his 4 game appearances so far. He's impressed coaches and fellow players.
That's great. You really respect, you know, he obviously has a tremendous passion for the game, and to be able to, you know, overcome that and be as successful as he has been, you know, it's a testament to his hard work and the type of guy he is.
Now, because the Rays are so deep at the pitcher position, it's unlikely that Sandoval would make the big club roster for opening day. But if he continues to throw well, say at the AAA level, he could easily be an injury or a September call-up to the big club. And that's a picture it doesn't take 2 good eyes to see clearly.
Oh man, that would be great. I have no words to describe. Let's see first if I can get there, you know, how I'm gonna feel, but just imagining it made me go crazy.
All right, welcome back. Let's head down to Venice now, where the Indians were looking to bounce back from their loss at Charlotte last week, hosting Sarasota tonight. That's Venice alum and current University of Florida star QB Trey Burton back on his old sidelines with the Gators on their bye week. Check this move out, little pat with his brother Clay, who's headed for Notre Dame in the fall. Maybe Trey can convince him to go to Florida. This game was ugly. Sailors moved the ball a little early though. Sean Hurley to Michael Dancer up the right sidelines. That's a first down, but that drive would stall. Indians' next possession. Grant Flessner fires to Wes Ojeda for a solid gain. Nice run after the catch and some contact there. And then it's Flessner again out of the shotgun to Ojeda. Another 15-yard pickup, strong run after the catch. Second quarter, Flessner's going to scramble for another big gain on a broken play. Running back Danny Dillard was knocked out of this game with a concussion, and Sarasota led it 3-0 at the half, but Venice goes on to win 14-9. That is a strange final score. Southwest Florida Christian Academy taking on ODA for homecoming tonight. First quarter, Evan Wilson connects with Ryan Kaminsky for a nice gain and a first down. Tight spiral there. That led to a very easy-looking Christos Heraclitus touchdown run around the corner and a 7-zip Thunder lead, storming out to a nice start on homecoming on their brand new field out at ODA. Even the cheerleaders were on the run tonight. Ensuing kickoff, Brian Genter's making a nice return out of it, a few moves and blocks ahead of him, and he gets himself into ODA territory. But after a Kings turnover, it is Thunderball, and they're going back to Heraclides. They call him Toast. It's his name, but that's also what he makes out of defenders too. Nice pick up there. Up the sidelines, a stiff arm there. Tough run there, and back to the air for ODA, and the route is on. Wilson to Chris Ragone, and that is just too easy. Shake him off there. 14-0 at that point. Thunder Cruise winning 49-8. All right, up to Manatee County now, where Booker and Southeast open up district play. Tornadoes coming off their bye week. Booker falls on the fumbled ball in the end zone for a touchback there. Seminoles, though, went on the warpath. Dyron Spate drops back, launches a perfect spiral to Adrian Richard, wide open for the touchdown. Later, more air game for the Noles. Spate to Bo Brand, who races up the sidelines. Is he going? No, he's going to be caught. Still a first down and a big gain. Led to a Southeast touchdown. Brian Poole dives across the line. He hits Paydirt. Southeast just rolling along in this one, but Booker had flashes. Quick out to Ricky Jones, and Ricky Jones can run. He's moving. Nice gain for a first down. Couldn't get into the end zone, though, but Jermaine Leverett drops back, fires a great ball to Winton Paris, perfectly in stride for the touchdown. Wasn't enough, though. Southeast wins huge, 62-32. All right, we'll take a quick break, but there is more football to come. Plus, we will have our chat with Herald Tribune sports columnist Doug Fernandez. There's more Fever coming up.
You're watching Friday Football Fever.
All right, welcome back. Let's head right back out to the gridiron. We begin again with Palmetto, hoping to pick up a win at Port Charlotte. Fourth quarter here. Pirates down 7, but driving. Nice gain there. Then came Alwyn Laplace, slicing and dicing his way to a first down. Led to a pretty solid 37-yard field goal, which brought Port Charlotte within striking distance. So, Tigers ball on the next drive. Daquan Reddick up the middle for a great gain. He's into Port Charlotte territory, but look at the swarm of red shirts. Eventually, Keanu Robles just rips the football away, and he's gone. Can you believe that play up the sidelines? You got to go till the whistle blows. He gets to the 1-yard line. Incredible play there. So the Pirates punch it in on the next play with Laplace, 27-24 at that point with the touchdown. But Palmetto came back with a late score to win it, 31-27. All right, Cardinal Mooney was on the road tonight, but we've got you covered. Plus, if you missed any of the highlights earlier, here's tonight's scoreboard. In about a month, hundreds of athletes from the U.S. will head to London to compete in the Paralympic Games, and the Suncoast will be well represented. I recently got the chance to spend a day with one of our area's most exceptional people. Here's his story. He spends his days in an unassuming warehouse in St. Pete's, but the work he does there is far from average. Bradenton resident Paul Schulte designs highly specialized wheelchairs that let disabled people compete in the sports they love.
This is another racing chair. It's pretty awesome to work here, honestly. I've told people before that it's a little like being able to work at the candy store, but yet mess with the recipe yourself. Thank you.
Schulte was involved in an accident when he was a kid where he lost almost all the use of his legs. He's now in a wheelchair, giving his job extra meaning.
As we speak. I remember vividly the first time that I received a sports wheelchair. And you get all excited because you know that what's in that box is going to help you move like you did before you got hurt. The first time I got in a sports wheelchair, I didn't want to get out of it again. So I know what that feels like, and it's a thrill to be able to be on the design team here and work with the people that help make that happen. For me it was, well, if I can't run, I can't use my legs, then who am I? And so it took me a while to realize that I was the same person after my accident as I was before. And when I got reconnected with sports, it just lit fire, and it became my passion and and my goals for the rest of my life.
Which brings us to what Schulte's up to nowadays, namely training 5 days a week at a special gym in Tampa built specifically for disabled people. And if he looks like a world-class athlete, he should. Paul's a longtime member of Team USA Paralympic basketball. In fact, he's really like the Michael Jordan of wheelchair basketball.
Representing your country in that opening ceremonies is a once-in-a-lifetime privilege. And then, the only thing that tops that is hearing your national anthem and receive a gold medal. So I've experienced that before, and doing everything in my power to see that happens again.
And as if having a fellow Suncoast resident like Paul wasn't enough reason for you to be interested in the Paralympic Games, he gives us another reason.
Any athlete that you see involved in the Paralympics from any country has something in common with the other athletes there. It's that person underwent something incredibly traumatic in their life or challenging, and rather than just say, okay, well, I'm justified to just not do anything, they chose to overcome that. They chose to strive to be better than anybody else at something in the world. And that spirit is really, I think, at the very heart of the Paralympics and resonates with everything that we love about America.
If you've ever trained for a 5K or a bike race, or even just gone for a long swim in the Gulf, you know how tiring it can be. Now imagine doing all three of those in one race, and doing it for two. When you first watch Sarasota's Greg Simony training for triathlons, it looks like he's your normal weekend warrior. But look closer.
I was an athlete my whole life, and once I stopped playing in college, I gained a lot of weight and became a heavy drinker, and finally reached a point where I decided that I needed to have a purpose that wasn't all about me, and that's where I got into doing the triathlons.
For most people, that would have been enough. Living clean and sober, getting into great shape, and competing in races most people could never even finish. But Greg took it to the next level. He now pulls people with cerebral palsy through the triathlons with him.
To me, I knew I was never going to win the races, so this was a way that would keep me going, because it is challenging, but at the same time, it wasn't fully about me. So again, I thought it was just a great fit.
Greg rigged up a bicycle, a raft, and a buggy so that people with disabilities could experience the same rush he gets when competing.
They absolutely feel it just like he's feeling it. I mean, there's not a lot of opportunities for them to compete in, team sports. They get that, and they get just the excitement of being outside and being a part of something.
They get a ton of support from the other athletes as people ride by or run by or swim by, whatever it is, people talk to them. And I know it's something that they've never experienced, so it makes me feel good knowing that they're getting that opportunity.
You like the bike ride?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like the water too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
All day long.
All day long.
Greg has 2 triathlons coming up this summer. That's 6 more disabled people that will get to feel the thrill of competition, and 1 incredibly fulfilled, able-bodied competitor. All day long. Greg told me he's planning on trying to pull disabled veterans through triathlons in the future, and if you'd like to help him with that, email Greg at care2tri@gmail.com.